Okay, as I would often say to my parents, I like to call them my parents with the kids I work with. I have quite a lot of kids in my caseload. As I would often say to my parents, there's no right or wrong way to parent a child. There's no perfect way of parenting. Please, if you do find one out there, do it to holler at your girl, because I'm looking for that perfect way of parenting so I can implement that in my way of parenting. So I always try to remind parents about that, so they don't feel judged about their parenting, or they don't feel bad about what they are doing, you know. But one thing I do know is every family is unique, so you find that thing that is unique to your own family and find a way to work that out by bringing your own expectations. So with that said, allow me to welcome you to my channel. I am Sosa's mama. I'm a licensed associate counselor in the state of New Jersey, and on this channel I film about faith, family, and mental health. So peradventure you find anything interesting from my video, please do well to use them. But I just do all of these videos for the sole purpose of improving my own skills. So that was a disclaimer right there. So with that being said, let's get into what I have today. This topic I have today is about parenting. I'm just going to be highlighting the passage, Proverbs 22:6. I've talked about this a lot. If you have watched a lot of my videos, I feel like lately I've been going more about the parenting. There's a pull in that direction. I don't know why, so I'm just allowing God take me the way he wants to take me, and I'm always happy to come up here and share my experiences and just what my experiences as a mother, what I implement in my own home, and also what I teach in my office. So again, I hope you find this useful. I'm not here to judge your parenting. I'm not here to tell you how to run your home, but you might learn one or two things here. So highlighting on because this channel is a faith-based channel. I'm also aware that I have non-believers viewing my channel, and also I have kind of a wide audience. So I'm just going to talk about this. I'm going to try and break down Proverbs 22:6 in a way that the secular world can get something out of it, and also that will speak to a large audience. You know, because being Nigerian, when we think of Proverbs 22:6, which says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Coming from the Nigerian perspective, that passage can take a whole new meaning, you know. But in this generation, we are learning that there are ways to train up children. So I'm just going to be sharing with you a few points to kind of look like 3 points really to kind of look at when it comes to really applying Proverbs 22:6. Even in as much as this applies to believers or Christians, non-believers can also find this useful. So but without further ado, let's get on to it. I have 3 main keys that we can focus on when it comes to applying Proverbs 22:6. So let's go. One of the key points that I can pull out of that is modeling. I cannot say this enough. You model the behavior you want your children to emulate as a parent. I have seen this in my own life, and I see that it works. Back in the day in Nigeria, where I come from, they would say, do as I say, not as I do. That is not going to fly anymore with kids of today. And I learned this in a very interesting way. My daughter was then I was a single mom. My daughter was about 3 or 4 thereabout, and I was in school, so I would have my computer on my dining table trying to study and do schoolwork. Just so that my daughter can let me do my work, I had to get her like a mini computer, like an imitation. So on this particular day, I'll never forget, on this particular day, she sat down beside me doing her work, and then she looked at me, Mama, I am copying you. And then she's typing and like doing whatever I was doing on my computer. And I went, sure, that's good, honey, you know. But then the Holy Spirit kind of just took me back and like, think about that word for a minute. Mama, I am copying you. So that would kind of change a lot of things for me as a single mom, a lot of ways that I would run things as a single parent, which I'm going to do another video on single parenting and dating. You know, that changed a whole lot of things for me, and I started to see how it was helping me raise my child. So that's one thing. Model the behavior you want. So when Proverbs 22:6 talks about training up a child the way they should go, it includes all of that. Model the behavior you want. I cannot say it enough. You can talk, yes, but the children would learn more from what you do than what you talk about. So if you want to teach a child to learn to use their initiative, you learn to practice that in front of them, whatever that means to you. That's one. So number two is management. Management comes with being able to discern, being able to understand how your kids are different, being able to understand how your kids work. Boy, have I learned that the hard way as well. You know, for a long time I had my daughter, just me and my daughter by myself, but now I have a son, my 3-year-old son, and I see the difference in their personality. That has taught me to kind of put what I've been preaching to practice in my own life. With my daughter, yeah, some things about maybe spanking when she was younger, of course, spanking or having to make corrections could fly. But with my son, I've noticed that does not fly. You know, you hit my son, he hits you back. So it's like, how do I change that? How do I teach discipline? How do I bring discipline in his life without, having to, by teaching him not to be aggressive or no, I know I take that back. My son is not exactly aggressive, but what I'm trying to say is the ways I was trying to, the ways I thought I was doing with my daughter, that worked for my daughter, they're not working for my son right now. So I'm having to allow my son teach me. You know, I'm having to allow my son teach me by trying to understand his personality and understanding what he works with. And looking at my son likes affection, he likes validation and all of that. So I come from that place when I'm making correction in his life, when I'm trying to teach him something. Don't get me wrong, there are moments where you need to use that rod, but it want to be appropriate, and he gets it when that is done. But you don't want to make it like an everyday thing if you have a child like that. So anyways, that I just wanted to give that example. So like being able to discern and understand your children's uniqueness, that is a way to manage manage their giftings, manage working with them in that sense. The way you treat your child A, don't treat your child B like that, because they are two different people. Don't expect the same thing from them. So you want to try and understand that it will work for you that way. It will save you a whole lot of headache. Let me just put that. Then the third and the last one is memories. Oof. This one, I remember there was a time my daughter, I asked her a question one time, and I was like, I was trying to explain to her at the time that I couldn't buy her a lot of toys. She had toys. Thankfully, we have people in our lives that helped us a lot in those my days. But then I wanted to do more. I felt like I needed to do more, and I couldn't afford that. And I would talk to my little girl at the time. Then she looked at me again. My daughter, if you know my daughter, a lot of wisdom. Hallelujah. She looked at me and she went, "Mama, I don't care about the gifts. I just want to spend time with you." And I went, and this is me with a busy schedule at the time. I have school, I have work. Our lives then was like go to school go to work in the morning, or sometimes go to school. It depends. Go to school in the morning, drop her off at a daycare, then I go to work. I drop my daughter off at a daycare at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I don't pick up until midnight or close to midnight, because I used to work a second shift at a time. I won't pick up until midnight. So when she said that to me, I made sure on my days off, I paid attention to my daughter. I made sure on my days off, I created memories. Every holiday I took from work, I made sure I created memories. So your kids will not remember the material things or whatever you give them. All those are well and good. at the appropriate time, but they'll remember the time you spent with them. They remember the things that you did with them, those little things that you did with them. Those are things that they will remember. So you want to be able to, what would you want your kids to remember about you? So you want to be able to create those memories for them, so that when they talk about you, even as they get older, when you're not there, they have those things to hold on to. And if you haven't already, I did this actually, just like you have in marriage, so you have love languages. Children do have love languages. So if you want to know your kids' love language, have them take that test with them. You can find that link on Google. What's this guy's name? Gary Chapman wrote the book Love Languages. So there are some quizzes for children as well that you can take, and I can bet you most of the time, about 99.9 or whatever percent of time, the children's love language is quality time. They want to have quality time. So parents, maybe that's something to look into. So I hope these 3 key points helped you today to be able to better understand Proverbs 22:6. And yeah, I just wanted to do this for I get a lot of questions from parents about how to work with their kids and all of that. So there you have it, and these are things that I share a lot in my office. So let me know how this helped you, or if you need more tips on parenting, please put the comment down below and let me know. So thank you for your support. Do it to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And thank you all for your support. I see my subscribers growing. I don't take that lightly. I am so thankful to all of you. Thank you, and God bless. Bye.